Another Power 5 transfer has entered the quarterback fray at Florida Atlantic, although his on-field in-season availability will be delayed a year. According to reports from both FAU and the Palm Beach Post, Nick Tronti is expected to transfer to FAU in the coming weeks. The reported move comes nearly 2 months after Tronti took to Twitter to announce his decision to transfer from Indiana. It also came amidst the quarterback retweeting a couple of tweets connected to FAU football over the last few days. Tronti, if he ultimately ends up as part of Lane Kiffin's squad, will have to sit out the 2018 season. He would then have 3 years of eligibility that he can begin using starting with the 2019 season. Tronti was a 3-star 2017 signee who was rated as the No. 30 dual-threat quarterback in the country coming out of high school in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. He took a redshirt as a true freshman last season, but was named as the Hoosiers Offensive Scout Team Player of the Year. Entering summer camp, Chris Robeson, Oklahoma transfer, and DeAndre Johnson, Florida State transfer via the JUCO ranks, will continue their spring practice battle to claim the starting job under center for the Owls in 2018. 6 years ago, Mike Yurcich made just over $50,000 a year as the offensive coordinator at Division II Shippensburg University in Pennsylvania. Now he's set to make significantly more than that, every month. Oklahoma State approved a 33% raise for its offensive coordinator on Monday, bumping his salary from $600,000 to $800,000 a year. According to Mark Cooper of the Tulsa World, this makes him the highest-paid assistant coach in Pokes history, surpassing the $675,000 former defensive coordinator Glenn Spencer made last year. Overall, every Oklahoma State assistant earned an increase of at least $18,000 and change. New defensive coordinator Jim Knowles will be the second highest paid assistant at $600,000, followed by defensive line coach Joe Bob Clements and offensive line coach Josh Henson, each earning bumps from $400,000 to $420,000. Running backs coach John Wozniak is the lowest paid full-time assistant at $275,000 a year. Oklahoma State will pay Mike Gundy's assistants a total of $4.15 million in 2018, a $500,000 increase from a year ago. Yet another college football player has decided to leave the FBS for a lower level of the sport. The latest to do so is Andrew Brown, with the Chattanooga Times Free Press reporting that the defensive back has been added to Tennessee at Chattanooga's roster. Brown had opted to transfer from Florida International earlier this offseason. As Brown is going from the FBS to the FCS, he will be eligible to play for the Mocs immediately in 2018. He also comes to UTC as a graduate transfer, which would have given him immediate eligibility as well. Brown started 14 games the past 2 seasons, with 12 of those starts coming in 2017. The 5'9", 174-pound cornerback led the Panthers in forced fumbles with 3, while his 40 tackles were third among defensive backs on the team. An already heartbreaking story has taken a grimmer turn. Appearing on NBC's Today Show to discuss a Sports Illustrated documentary on their son, the parents of Tyler Hilinski revealed that an autopsy confirmed that the Washington State quarterback suffered from chronic traumatic encephalopathy (CTE). At the time of his death, the 21-year-old Hilinski was found dead in his residence January 16 of what was later confirmed to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Following Hilinski's death, his parents, Kim and Mark Hilinski, were contacted by the Mayo Clinic, the world-renowned hospital in Minnesota, who requested their son's brain for study. That study, according to C.com, showed that Hilinski's CTE was in stage 1, the lowest level of the disease. From Today.com, did football kill Tyler? Kim says in the documentary. I don't think so. Did he get CTE from football? Probably. Was that the only thing that attributed to his death? I don't know. The medical examiner said he had the brain of a 65-year-old, which is really hard to take, Mark told Hodakotb on Tuesday. He was the sweetest, most outgoing, giving kid. That was difficult to hear. They said the tau protein was something you would never see in someone who was 21 years old, but in a much more elderly man. Kim says in the documentary. And it was shocking, because we know Tyler. Yes, he was quiet. Yes, he was a little bit more reserved, but he was always happy. Medical examiner said he had the brain of a 65-year-old, which is really hard to take. Parents of Tyler Hilinski, the promising football player who took his own life at 21, discussed the findings from their son's autopsy. Picked out twitter.com/UWCNREAM3. Today, at Today Show, June 26, 2018, you can add yet another college football player's name to the Big Boy League's other draft. On his personal Twitter account that's protected, Bright Ugwobu confirmed that he will be leaving the Oregon State football program. While no specific reason was given for the departure, the social media announcement comes nearly 3 months after the linebacker was indefinitely suspended by the team for unspecified violations of team rules. "I came to OSU with the goal of ensuring the future of my family," Ugwobu wrote on Twitter. "That goal has yet to change, and I must do what I have to do to take care of them. I want to thank Beaver Nation for the love and support they provided me for my years in Corvallis." It was subsequently confirmed by those close to both the player and the program that Ugwobu will make himself available for the NFL's supplemental draft, which has officially been scheduled for July 11. Ugwobu started 20 of the 30 games he played in the past 3 seasons, with 11 of those starts coming in 2017. This past season, he was credited with 4.5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 quarterback hurries and 2 pass breakups. Ugwobu is at least the 4th FBS player who will be available to be selected in the 2018 supplemental draft, joining Virginia Tech cornerback Adonis Alexander, here, Western Michigan cornerback Sam Beal, here, and Mississippi State safety Brandon Bryant, here.